fantastic people, all coming a little bit closer for a while, and we've had a few hours in there, haven't we?
We have had a few hours in there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a half a shandy. We're back in Skegness again. Half an hour later. What happened? Quest.
Not to take them to the pub.
Please don't bring your knitting bag out to the pub. I've been going out with a girl. Her name is Julie. But last night she said to me, when we were watching telly, you know, this is what she said. She said, "Listen, John, I don't love you." Wet blue sky. Look at that there, blue sky. It always rains here at the nurseries, but it's not at the nurseries. Right, it's been a day of torrential rain. I've actually got some different jeans on to what I had on earlier, because today, one thing or another, without going into full details, I got a right drenching. Wet feet. Now, nothing that. What? No, it's okay. So, I've had an earlier bath than normal, and I put on a pair of blue jeans. And what happened, Sandra?
You got rained on?
No, there's a hole in my pocket.
Oh, sure I fixed them before.
Oh, you didn't do a good job in that case. So there's a hole in my pocket, dear Sandra, there's a hole in my pocket, dear Sandra, a hole.
My men's are always good. There'll be a hole somewhere else. It won't be what I mended it.
Well, I have a ball in the middle there, but it's called a fly for doing that. But you have a zip on it, you have a zip on your thing on it. Anyway, to cut a long story short, we're on the way into Skegness on a school night. Sandra's still on holidays from school, so it's a work night for me. I've got a long day ahead of me tomorrow, and all being well, we're going to say hello to some people. I'm not too sure whether we're going to be on camera or not. We said we're going to have a drink and say hello to them. Pink-footed geese flying by, Sandra. No mention of pink-footed geese for a while. Paul Young.
Surely those have gone home by now.
Where are the pink-footed geese? Are they still in the country, or have they emigrated? Is it emigrated? Yeah, emigrated out, isn't it? Right. It's raining again. All it ever does,
It's not raining right now.
just always rains. It never not rains. Right. I just got out of the car and it was raining. It was definitely raining.
It was.
Chip Pan Alley. Right. Oof. Right, it's currently not raining. The perils of coming out into Skegness, we've just been in Wetherspoons, and everybody knows the sort of people you meet in Wetherspoons. Fortunately, the clientele in Wetherspoons has elevated up. Right, we've been wanting to say hello to these gorgeous, fantastic people, all coming a little bit closer for a while, and we've had a few hours in there, haven't we?
We have had a few hours in there. Yes.
Yeah, I've had a half a shandy.
I think you had more than a half.
I believe you are well into your 65. You've got a bus pass, haven't you?
I'm a fraction older than you. I'm about 38.
Yeah. What's it like having a bus pass? I can't even imagine that. Can you go like everywhere on that?
You can.
Can you go to like Euro Disney?
Not quite that far. No.
So you can't go everywhere.
Ingermells.
Ingermells.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that'll do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, come and introduce yourselves.
I'm Mel
And I'm
from
Phil.
Norfolk.
And I'm Phil from Norfolk. And we are out with Neil and Sandra. We just bumped into them.
Yes.
And we follow them on their YouTube channel. It's great to meet them.
Yep.
So Mel and Phil always comment on our videos, which we really appreciate and everything like that. So we heard that they were in the in Skegness, so we've got to come and say hello, even on school night.
Over the border into Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, you crossed the border,
Across the
haven't
border.
you?
Yeah.
Yep. Passports at the ready and all that. Yep.
Yeah.
So how's your little time in Skeggy doing?
A little bit damp this afternoon. But
Never rains here, you know.
No.
Not
Never,
on bin day.
never rains.
No.
You know what? Somewhere in the world, tomorrow is a bin day.
This is true.
That's true.
It doesn't matter where you
Yeah.
go. It doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the world, there's always a bin day.
Yeah.
You're correct,
Yeah.
Neil.
And have you brought the Norfolk rain into Lincolnshire?
We
Yeah.
brought it with us
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
voice a little bit of damp over here.
Because
Yeah.
I've got a right dousing. Right,
Yeah.
Sandra, have you got something
Right.
here to give
Yeah.
over? So a little couple of
thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
Thank you
little
very
couple
much.
of
Thank
stickers and
you.
everything like that. And,
Yeah,
Great
thank you
meeting
very
you.
much.
no,
It's been great
it's been good to
meeting
see you for real and everything
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
I'm sure our paths will cross.
Yeah, and say hello to Lee from us.
No, we will do. And
Yeah.
all being well, we'll end up in Norfolk
Yeah.
Yes.
at some point this year.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
get a bus pass, you'll be able to get over for free.
67.
Yeah.
66.
66. All right. If I'm right, so I can't be 37 now because if I was 37 now, I'll be 38. I can
Yeah.
never be 38, so I can only be 36.
Yeah.
So to get, I'm about 30 years away from. How old are you,
Yeah.
Sandra?
Old enough.
Old enough.
Why is everybody getting bus passes? What? Why? If I got a bus pass, why can't I go to Euro Disney? Because I can't understand. Because Phil said you can go everywhere, and I thought, have you ever been to Euro Disney?
No.
Not this week.
I went to Euro Disney 2 weeks before it opened up. Funny enough, yeah. I can't. So get a bus pass. I can go to Ingermells. I can get.
You can get to Ingermells and Boston. You
Yeah.
get to Boston.
Boston.
all that
Go
as
to
well.
Boston. Can I go to Manchester?
Manchester probably, yeah.
How long will that take me?
Probably won't get back, but you can go there.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right. Right at that point, from sunny Skeg Vegas, where it never rains.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Why are they? What are they doing? Why are seagulls flying around chasing each other under the cover of dark? That's really weird. Right, sorry, we've got seagulls about. Right, Sandra's at the wheel. That's been a really nice, pleasant night, that wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good chat and everything. Right, so we've left Wetherspoons. We've said hello to people, and we've gone and. I don't know where they've gone. Sandra, where are we? We're back in Skegness again. Half an hour later. What happened? Sandra got home and she said, "What were your words?" I'm mortified.
So they've got a problem. I'm just going to phone the pub, I said. He said, why?
Sorry, there's an ambulance going by. Should we do a thumbnail and make it into a clickbait video? Oh, I'm sorry.
Digressing. So the socks that I've been spending weeks and weeks knitting got left in the pub. No. But they're still here, so it's all good.
So, you got your socks back. Are you happy you got your socks back?
It's a relief.
You got your socks back.
Shall we go ahead?
If I had the bus pass now, I'd be waiting for the bus in the morning, but because fortunately we've got a car, we were able to get back to Skegness and everything. And to the person that said hello as well, I don't know who that was, but hello as well. So, right. Are you happy now, Sandra?
It's relieved more than happy. I'm sorry to have dragged you out again.
You're so... Nobody's got any idea how lucky you are to have me, Sandra, to put up with you losing your knitting everywhere. It's normally in the church or a cafe. Cafes are another one, isn't it? Cafes. That's the first Wetherspoon sock of loss of socks, isn't it? No, it's normally cafes that we have to go back to. Churches are a regular thing. And then I'm home. I thought, you know what? I'm going to crack open a can of lager, have a catch up because it's almost bedtime. And Sandra says, need to phone the pub. I need to phone the pub.
I bet it's not often again. I bet it's not often again. They're two left in a pub.
So Sandra's nobody's got any idea what I have to put up with. So Sandra's gone piling into the table we were sat on. Two lads are sat on the table. Sandra's then on her hands and knees, rummaging around the lads' feet. They're looking down at her and going, "What are you doing, darling?" And she's going, "I'm looking for me socks." And they're like looking at you like you're a complete weirdo.
Bartender's face.
And so blue flashing lights. Should we do a clickbait video?
You pointed to the knitting bags like.
And then walking back into the Wetherspoons, a guy said, "I'm not too sure who it was, but obviously somebody that
Recognised.
recognises us." And I said, we're back again. He said, yeah. I said, you're not going to believe this. He said, what? I said, Sandra's left her socks behind. He said, what? So instead of going to the bar and saying, has anybody found my bag with my socks in, straight to the table, straight to the kill, let's get straight on this.
Check-in.
And then the guys are looking Sandra up and down going, what on earth is she on? Anyway, as ever, just another entertaining video coming from Skegness in Lincolnshire, where it always rains. Russia, we're home again. Hello Russia, how are you? Right, Rush, what time is it? 10 to midnight. Right, so we've been home, we've come back and we're home again. Right, do you want a Russia snack? Goodness me, right, yeah Rush, come on. What's been going on? We've come home and then we went back again, all in the name of socks. Sandra, what time is it?
Neil.
Does it feel good to have your socks back?
It's a big relief, yeah.
How long have you been knitting these socks for? What have you, crocheting, knitting, what have you doing with them?
Weeks and weeks.
How long?
A long time. I don't know. I've lost track.
Are you going to make another pair after this, or is this going to be the last pair ever?
Well, I imagine it'll be quicker next time because I'll know what I'm doing next time.
Can I make a request?
Not to take them to the pub.
Please don't bring your knitting bag out to the pub. Nobody's got an idea. Phil and Mel, was it Phil and Mel, wasn't it? So we're there, we're having a drink, and so, do you want to have a look at my socks? Out they come. And everybody, the whole Wetherspoon pub is looking around going, she's going, why is she getting her socks out? And Sandra's showing it off, your socks and everything, and yeah, they were dynamite, weren't they? And you come home distraught, and I thought she'd left her phone in the pub. I thought it was like, oh, she held her handbag up in the air, and she's like got this look of terror on her face. I thought you'd been pickpocketed, your purse had gone, you lost all your credit cards. And it's like, it's really serious. I've got to phone the pub. Like, you're going to phone Wetherspoons at 11:15 at night. Yeah, it's like, what? It's my socks. And you've not even been drinking.
He pretended to be sympathetic at the time.
I was sympathetic. Nobody's got any idea. Nobody has got a clue. Right. So for this evening, I'm going to now take my trainers off. I am going to conclude, and I'm sure tomorrow or the day after, whenever, the video will continue, and we will find out the exploits of Sandra's socks. Maybe what we should do is get Sandra to knit a pair of socks. If anybody would be up for this, do let me know. If Sandra knits a pair of socks and then somebody says, can you post the socks to us? So Sandra posts the sock to, say, you out there, you. And then what you've got to do, you've got to post the sock along and photograph where the socks end up. So, you know, you get people who kidnap gnomes and things like that. We could have a pair of like Sandra's socks going around the world, couldn't we? Sandra, I've got this really good idea, Sandra. I don't need a bus pass. I'm going to sit with your socks. Can you knit a sock human size? Sandra? 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 I think she's gone out with Rasha. Bye. It's the morning after the night before, and I haven't slept for worrying. Some of you will know what I'm referring to with them lyrics. I had a message this morning from Mel, who we saw last night. Asked us how it all went and that they'd had a wonderful time. I let Mel know what had happened. And those that know some of my sort of catchphrases when I used to work as a campsite warden, Mel just turned around and said, always a drama, Neil, always a drama. Hello, Drama Queen, how are you? just in case anybody's wondering what this missing item was that went AWOL last night, do you want to just lift up your... Anytime you bump into me and Sandra, you're likely to spot her carrying a little bag around. This bag has been lost or left so many times.
It's not true.
It is true. Churches, cafes,
Drama
bar
queen.
mitzvahs. I can't be a queen. I'm a boy. I'm king. I've got a pair. Right, go on.
Anyway, so I've been painstakingly knitting my first ever pair of socks, as people who follow Sandra Makes will know. So I thought it might be nice to share a sneak preview of an actual sock with our visitors, which was all fine apart from I managed to leave the bag in the pub and I realised when I got home, oops.
Right, okay. So well, these socks...
That was fine. I was just going to call the pub and say, I'm just going to... Is it there? And if so, I was just going to pop back. And then Neil got involved. Bless.
Save your socks. Has anybody ever managed to successfully phone a local branch of Wetherspoons at 11:15 at night?
Anyway, Neil helpfully volunteered. He knew that it was definitely open until midnight, so that was good. So, yeah, so... Bag and socks were recovered, so thank you, Neil. So we know
some of you watching this don't watch Sandra on a Sunday, so most Sundays there's a video primarily with Sandra's content, and we've nicknamed it Sandra Makes or Sandra Makes and Bakes. So these socks have been being made since the beginning of the century. And
some of us have to work for a living, so...
What are you doing today?
I've got a week off.
Right, so I'm about to go to work. I've got a long shift or a late finish today. So the Honda's had a bit of a clunk on its suspension, and I'm suspicious it's a drop link. So that's in the garage. Brilliant garage up the road. 62 quid for the part plus labour. You can't get better than that.
They're always spot on. And I was just saying to Neil, I prefer that really. You might have to wait a while before it'll be booked in. But once you're booked in, they're straight on it, and you usually get it back the same day unless they can't get the parts. They've been really excellent. Yeah.
Is it called XL Garage?
Yeah, XL Garage.
XL Garage. Really good. And they don't rip you off or anything like that. You just go in and they'll give you unbiased advice. And before they did the part, they phoned Sandra to make sure she was okay with that. And then today we've also got Pete, the electrician, coming. So Pete did the rewire for us here where we live just over a year ago. Quite a big job, and he'd done other work on a campsite that I worked at. So our lights in the kitchen dining room area, these quite old fashioned. When low energy bulbs first come out, they were rubbish, weren't they? Do you remember them first? They were like about 20 watts, and they're incredibly dim. I don't mind the dim lights in the living room because obviously we're more of a chill, but the kitchen, it's always been rubbish, hasn't it?
In the winter they're a bit gloomy, aren't they? Really?
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting the light fittings changed. Are you going to keep the old light fittings? You could car boot them.
I haven't got enough to do a car boot with. But,
yeah. So the people we were out with yesterday, hello again, they were talking about that they do car boots, and you can buy people sell job lots.
I would still, over the summer, I will definitely do this, but I'd still like to visit a car boot. It's just nice to have a mooch around, isn't it? It's just quite entertaining.
So the Addlethorpe car boot, which is on the way where I go to work down the back lanes, was actually on yesterday.
Yeah, but I was busy yesterday.
Yeah, well, I didn't even realise it was on then. That was a what day is it today?
Wednesday.
So that was just a Tuesday in half term. Anyway, talking of which, I need to go. I've got to go to work. When I get back, all being well, the lights will be fitted without any dramas. Yes. Car will be back without any dramas, and the knitting bag will be not lost or left at the garage.
It was only a bit frustrating because it's taken me ages to do. It's my first ever pair, and I'm literally I've only got about that much to do now, and I'm nearly at the toe of my second pair, so they're nearly finished, and I went and left them in the pub. I was like, what am I doing? Nobody's got any. Come in, and she's in the bedroom sobbing, crying, pouring with tears. Rubbish. And she says, I can't believe what's happened. I can't believe what's I've left in the pub. It's happened in the pub. She holds, and I was convinced I thought you'd had your bag pickpocketed, and you had your
Your purse and your credit cards are gone missing. All the car keys have been stolen.
I didn't really want you to start ranting, but anyway, you ranted anyway.
Didn't rant. I was very calm last night. It's all on video. And then she says, I've left me socks in the pub. I says, you left your socks? Nobody's got any idea. Right, I've got to go. I'm going to work. So, all being well, we'll be continuing this on tonight once I'm home. Panic stations. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Sandra's at home. Where's the Honda? I'm absolutely panicking, convinced we'd have the car robbed. Right, hi ho, let's go. See you later. It's 9 in the evening and I'm home. I'm home, Russia. How are you? What are you doing? Hello. Right, I've had there's artifacts on the floor. Have you been out today, Sandra, anywhere? Have you left any bags or anything? Or have you been allowed out alone?
I've been to the garage. That's about it, really.
Did you take your knitting?
No.
Good. Right, so first of all, you've taken your car into the garage this morning, and as I left for work, I can't remember, it's on here, you had a call saying it was, whatever, a 60 quid part needed. How's the car?
Good.
This is the Honda, by the way, we're talking about.
It's all fixed. It's driving lovely. Yeah.
Was it a track rod end?
No. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I don't think so.
What was it?
I don't know. I'm not a mechanic.
So what's on the receipt? What have you paid for?
It's in the other room.
Right, we might find that in a moment. And did Pete the electrician turn up?
He did.
Right, so we've now got some new lights and some new lights there. But it's too hard to tell how much brighter they are until it goes dark. Well, they were quite noticeably dunk. And best of all, I can't bang my head on them here anymore. So they're the dangly ones. Are you car booting them?
Possibly.
So take the bulbs out, because all the bulbs can be spare bulbs for the living room lights.
All right.
Good idea, isn't it?
I've been really busy, actually.
Yeah, hang on a minute. So Sam has bought us a present. Here, to hold that up. I bring you, to our family, I bring you Gordon.
A new gnome.
And Gordon has been requested to reside by the pond. Should we take Gordon out and have a look at him? He's been with me all day. He came with me to dinner this afternoon.
Oh.
I've never seen Rusty in the shower room before, so I don't know if he's doing in there. Oh. What is the dog doing? The dog is sat in the shower room. Oh, what are you doing, Russia? It's like a kennel.
She has a massive sleep in the garden. Oh, that's very cute. Little frog as well.
So I think it's got a mushroom and a frog, and his name is Gordon.
And this one doesn't need repainting. I might have to repaint some of the other ones at some point.
So those of a certain age will remember. You're going to join in with me, Sandra? I've been going out with a girl. Her name is Julie. But last night, she said to me, when we were watching telly, you know, this is what she said. She said, listen, John, I don't love you. Listen, John, I love you. Oh. It's the end for you and me. I was so upset that I cried all the way to the chip shop. And there was Gordon standing outside the bus stop. And I can't say the rest because it's all going to be not politically correct. But Gordon is a moron. Gordon is a moron. Gordon is a... I used to know the words to that off by heart. Does anybody know what...
I don't know what to say, because I'm quite honest.
So, Jilted John, Gordon is a moron sort of thing. Do you know what the B-side to it was? What's the song called? I've been going out with a girl, her name is Julie, but last night she said to... Anyway, do you know the B-side to that? Because he splits up with Julie and he's all in tears and Gordon is a moron and Jilted John's really upset. And do you know what the B-side song to it's called? It's called Going Steady, because Gordon John gets lucky. Okay, what else have you been up to today, sorry?
All sorts. I've been weeding in the garden. I've put the bin out.
Woohoo! Is that the first time
No,
This
it's
year-
not
this-
the first time.
this year?
No, it's not the first time.
How many times you put the bit? I don't understand why the dogs are asleep in the shower. Okay. Sandra's put the bin out. We're going places. Wow.
I've got my wine into my demijohns. I've done all the clearing up. And, I planted a few things in the garden. Such a drama queen.
I'm not. I'm it's showing excitement.
Done a little bit more knitting. Another retrieve the socks.
Yeah.
Sorted out my car insurance. Yeah, I've been busy.
Excellent. Right. Well, I'm glad the car's gone
Good
okay.
see. And I did for Sandra Makes, I've done the requested bread pudding.
Right. So this will be probably a week after what Sandra's talking about. So yeah,
Possibly.
something like that. All right. So talking about tea, it's now
Oh,
coming
and I emptied another box in the box room as well.
a packing box from last year.
No, not a packing box. I unpacked a box. Is that what you mean? That kind of box?
Yeah, a box from Manchester. A box of belongings.
Yeah.
How many more boxes are left?
About 4, I think.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 5, maybe
Right.
6.
So I was talking to a work colleague tonight. He's been trying to sell his house for ages. He's not having any luck, and he's sort of committed to an estate agent for a year, and I've given him some tips.
Yeah.
A year, and saying that you can do it daily, weekly, fortnightly, and I was giving him some tips. So, but I gave him the biggest tip was cinnamon under the doormat, and the witch in Mablethorpe.
So I was corresponding with another lady about this sort of thing, and what's generally not a good idea, Neil? Do you know what's generally not a good idea when you want to get the house all looking pretty ready for the photographs?
Not to put your bin out on bin day.
No, not to bring everything down from the loft and then go off campsite wardening and leave the wife to somehow figure out how on earth to get all the stuff back into the loft ready for the photographs. You have no idea how lucky you are.
Move it from room to room. Right, we're going to finish this off here. This is a bit of an all over vlog, and join us tomorrow when, fingers crossed, you'll have another exciting, gripping, amazing video from the Erstwhile Campsite Warden and Sandra, the Erstwhile Warden's wife. Say goodbye, Sandra.
Ta-ra for now.